every time I see that picture.
Why is that?
Because I look so in it.
We look tough.
Yeah.
You don't mess with those people. And then I have...
We do look tough, but like, damn, I should have fixed my hair or something.
I got 2 WGI trophies.
Yeah. Dude, hell yeah. Oh, I like that. The Pioneer Indoor.
Oh, the card thing where it's like,
yeah.
oh, we're infinite success. And then the same thing just on the pipe logo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I kept a lot of stuff.
Did we ever find Mike Jones?
No. Because the new plot, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
All right, and welcome to this edition of SpaceShow. Oh yeah, it goes.
Oh fuck!
It happens.
Okay,
we're in it.
Okay, shit.
Got it. Yeah.
And I just.
Yeah. Next rep. Thanks, quads. Yeah, of course.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the time I almost got kicked out of rehearsal. There was another time where I left rehearsal because I was very upset with how it was going. Welcome to the 31st edition of SpaceShow. I am joined here with special guest, Vanessa.
Hi. Hello, everybody. First of all, if you dislike the sound of my voice, I'm sorry. Like, just know that we're talking about interesting stuff that is worth your time.
There you go. That is the best. That's the best sponsorship I've ever heard for this show.
Yeah.
A little quick background. Vanessa and I marched a lot of years together. So far, I guess at this point, I'm not marching again, the only female I've ever marched with next to me. And yeah, she's a badass.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But yeah, back to Mike Jones. So for Pioneer Indoor, we had this little gnome because I figured we needed a little thing, and it was a gnome dressed as a pimp. Doesn't get any better. We had it for 3 years, 3 consistent years, and the moment her and I leave, they lose it. They leave it at the school, and the kids steal it. Oh, I was livid.
Yeah.
Oh,
I fucking remember when we bought it too, like all 4 of us in 2017, we pitched in.
Yes.
4 of us, Jackson and Quentin, you and me.
I think it was like, what, $7 a person, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Expensive ass gnome for no reason.
Not at all.
And then when we got it, we're like, this is so expensive. Like,
We're gonna take
make
care of
this
it.
the legacy. You know, this is gonna be carried down for fucking decades.
Mm-hmm. And then they lost it immediately.
Yeah.
We were like, you know what? Maybe we need some time away from the activity, and the new people will take care of it.
Yeah.
And they fucked it up.
Maybe he just, got tired, had his hospice moment.
Well, it doesn't help that everyone beat the crap out of him.
That's also true.
We just leave him with a check, like, hey, can you just watch him while we go do this block? Yeah, it's fine. He's missing an arm. We have to tie a spoon to him.
Right.
The foot's broken. The hat's broken. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I just asked you to watch it. I didn't ask you to touch it.
Yeah.
God.
Oh man. Oh well. It lasted for
3 years. That's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
We took
While
care
we
of
were
it.
there.
Yeah.
You know?
God.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of band together.
Yeah. For me, it feels like what is band without you? You know?
Really?
Like standing next to you doing it. Yeah.
I never considered that.
Yeah.
Because I guess you've only ever stood next to me in competitive stuff.
Yeah. I've marched 3 years indoor. Yeah, and I've marched next to you within those 3 years.
Here, let's back up. I wrote some questions down.
I haven't touched upon marching stuff in so long.
Neither have I.
Dude.
Last time I touched it was for the All-Star game for Chicago Bulls.
For real?
So that's coming up on a year now, and I haven't done anything.
Right,
yeah.
Oh man.
I'm
so sorry.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes for the rest of this year.
Don't you have a pair of quads here?
I do, right behind that bar.
Oh,
yeah. Because those are stolen. The guy that I bought them from. I didn't steal them. I bought them from a guy. So he marched Pioneer Indoor on quads back in the day with good old Tom Hartz. And this guy marched Pioneer Outdoor, went to a Phantom Regiment camp. He got cut, and they told him go load the trailer. So he had the quads, and no one was around. So he threw them in his car. And yeah, Phantom Regiment 2007 quads. Wow. And he sold them to me for like $200.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't say no to this. That's too good.
Yeah.
So, you're Vanessa. Facts?
Yup.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
Sir.
there's not too many females in the drumming activity, like, at all.
I agree.
So what got you started? Was it like a middle school thing, or you got to high school? Because your high school was very well known for its percussion program. Mm-hmm. And then for it to lead you to Pioneer Indoor, like, what was the start of, yeah, I want to be a drummer, I want to be badass?
Dude, honestly, I don't know, because the transition from 8th grade to freshman year of high school, I knew I was interested in marching band. And Adam was like, Adam Hill, shout out.
Adam the Hill, the guy.
Yeah. Cool ass man. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, he was like, so Vanessa, what do you want to play? And I was like, either snare or quads. Because, I was interested in whatever.
Good answer.
Yeah. But also, I didn't know at the time that high schools play traditional. So, yeah. And so he was just like, why don't we put you on quads? And then I just stuck with it, like, ever since.
You kicked my ass at marching so often. Like, I'm not the best. I've never been the best. But goddamn, I look so horrible next to you in every picture. I'm like, this girl, it's not even fair. She wears the heaviest drums for high school. I'm over here, like, struggle busting after an hour.
Oh my gosh, no.
God.
I'm sure you looked fine.
Oh, I gas you up all the time. Like, she is super cool. I've had people ask about you, like, don't you stand next to, like, a girl? Like, how is she? Like, is she good? How do you know her?
No, really?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's Vanessa. I'm on year 2, year 3 with her. Yeah, she's dope.
Wow.
Yeah, no, people have always asked about you.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
actually. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because not only are there not girls that drum, no one's playing quads. And at the level you were achieving it. Like, you'll see the high schoolers where they don't know what they're doing, small drums, and they're kind of, they're experiencing it. Mm-hmm. You're out here, like, killing it.
Oh my God.
You don't hit rims.
I do sometimes, but no. Yeah, you would always call me out on that too, I remember. Always hitting rims, but yeah. No, I mean, I don't... You're asking me how did I do it?
Like, what got you into drumming initially? Because I was just kind of thrown into it. I went to high school, and they're like, oh, you play piano. Drumming's the same thing. Yeah. Not at all the same thing. Yeah. It's just percussive in a sense.
I remember hearing that on your podcast.
So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to stick with this. But, like, other people that grew up differently, especially with music programs in their schools, they're able to experience drumming. So, like, 5th grade, 6th grade, when they're like, hey, what do you want to play? You just pointed at the drums and wanted to learn? Like, what was your story behind that?
Oh, okay. So we're backtracking, like, before even 8th grade?
Oh, yeah. Like, what just got you started with music and, like, drumming?
Oh, well, for me, it did happen before 8th grade. So let me backtrack to there. Yeah. It was elementary school, 5th grade going into 6th grade. So elementary going to middle. And I remember my 6th grade teacher, who worked so-to-be, you know what I mean?
Sure.
He came into my elementary school, and they had, like, different instruments set up. That's my grandmammy.
Oh. Did she want to be on the podcast?
Dude, that podcast ended up, like, 2 hours of her just being like, wait. Oh, wait, hold on, I have something else. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Oh, my gosh. And then they're like, when they actually want to say something, they're like, oh, I forgot. What the fuck? Okay, but
so the 6th grade music teacher comes in.
Yes, and he has different instrument stations set up. And I originally actually chose the flute.
Really?
Yes. Because I saw all the instruments and I was like, I mean, none of them appeal to me, but, like, the teacher's telling me, go, and I'm like, So I just walked over to the flute, you know? And I, like, tooted my shit and wasn't working. But then I met up with my best friend at the time. Her name was Amanda.
Shout out Amanda.
Yeah, period. And she was like, oh, what did you pick? I was like, flute. What did you pick? And she was like, oh, I chose drums. And I was like, oh, there's drums? And she was like, yeah, they're over there in that corner. I was like, oh, I'll go there. And then I went over there. I started drumming. I liked it. Went over to the girl who was writing down my name. They're making a big deal out of it because I wanted to change it from flute to percussion. And the guy was like, 6th grade professor, he was like, well, I'm going to contact your parents about that. I'm like,
what?
All right. Yeah, and even my parents asked me, but Yeah, they made it a bigger deal than it was, but I still went with it.
Yeah, it's not like you started a day of class on flute, right? It was just like, oh, I'm changing my mind.
Right, yeah.
My friend's over there, and I kind of want to hang out with her, which isn't a bad reason to get into drumming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's weird that they would throw a stink about it.
I know.
Look at you now.
Whatever.
How many times did they go to WGI finals?
Oh my gosh. No. Those were good times marching. I always had fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So then you get into high school. You guys have the killer percussion program. You guys have like 30 music classes that you could take.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess you went into PIO because it's held at your high school, right?
Yeah, actually.
What was the first show you saw of PIO?
The first show I saw.
Because at some point you had to have been like exposed to it and you're like, okay, I want to do that. Mm-hmm. So like what was the thing that made you want to join PIO?
So I had seen this video on YouTube.
Okay.
I think it was like the death show, the mummy show, whatever.
Spiritum Ipsum.
That one.
The Jumanji show,
yes.
Yeah.
But I was still in like sophomore year of high school, and Adam had showed us this, and he was just like, yeah, like this is held at our high school if you're interested.
How like, casual. Like, yeah, we just got silver and it's here.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, all right, cool. Like, let me keep up with this. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I kept up with it. And I didn't, like, take notes of... That was in 14. So, 15, 16. Mm-hmm. I didn't really take any notes. I just kind of, watched it for the art that it was.
Gotcha. So, you didn't audition those years at all?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like 2017 was really when I started to understand it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what got me into auditioning as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So, my first audition experience with PIO was in 16.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I was about to ask.
Seeing how I didn't march that year, we all know how that went.
I mean, that quad line was dope.
I was walking into some tough competition. Yeah. All of them were vets.
Yeah.
Because before some of them left for different reasons, it was 4 super vets. All of them had spent 2 or 3 years there prior. Mm-hmm. In some capacity, so I'm like, oh my god, I'm just not making it. Why am I here? This is dumb. But you showing up in 17, what was your audition experience like since it was your first time auditioning for an independent group and being at PIO?
I feel like it feels wrong to say, but I feel like I had home field advantage in a way because I was very comfortable. Mm-hmm. Well,
it really helps when the director can vouch for you personally.
Right.
Because let's say it didn't happen. Well, let's say you maybe didn't have the best block or something. He can easily go up and say, she's not normally like this. She's always done X, Y, and Z to prepare for this. Maybe she's just having an off day. So, like, if the director is vouching for you, worlds of a difference than
Do you think
if
he
they
was?
see. I don't know. I mean, you killed it either way. I'm not saying you didn't deserve your spot at PIO, because we definitely killed it for 3 seasons. But, like, Joe Blow like me, I'm just walking in. If we have the same audition, they don't know me personally at all. So no one's going to be there to say, no, he's actually a really good guy. Give him that second chance. So that's why I'm saying home field advantage definitely can come into play with things.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. Like, they can always talk in favor of you.
Mm-hmm. I've definitely experienced that at, like, drum corps auditions where I show up to November camp, I get a call back. All of a sudden, December camp, there's all these new people that are private lesson students or March for the People that are teaching at their winter ensembles. It's like, well, they already have this group decided because they're just going to do some inside trading for their spots.
Right.
Meanwhile, I'm just Joe Blow coming off the streets just trying to get my spot.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Mm-hmm. So, was it a scary audition? But you said you were comfortable in a sense, like,
yeah,
because that's your first independent audition at that point.
I was comfortable, but I was also really nervous because it was like legit faces who I'd never seen before, and I knew they could drum,
Yeah.
So in that sense, it made me feel very like self-conscious and like, am I really worthy of being here? You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. That was kind of my approach towards it, and yeah, I mean, I made it.
It's true. I was very shocked to see 0 vets in that room. When it was just me and all you guys, I'm like, where are all the people that have been here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it was cool.
Yeah, it was all right. It was chill.
What? Like, I don't know. I try not to get nervous. Like, there's something about not being nervous that I appeal to before stuff.
I admire that. I am the exact opposite.
Really?
I am shitting bricks before auditions.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Every audition I've ever been to, even if I'm returning, it's like, oh my god, did I prepare enough? Because sometimes I did not. Am I going to uphold a standard?
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to... Because there's been times where I have a full season. Am I going to come back better than when I left? Because if I'm not, that shows that I just have a straight decline in experience and talent if I'm not actively doing it. And like, I'm just in my head of, oh my god, everything's going wrong. I'm the worst. I'm never drumming again. But yeah, to like just be able to tell yourself like, no, just be calm. That's super dope.
Yeah, my main issue is like getting intimidated and kind of like being like, oh, like they know their shit and they're gonna detect how I don't know my shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I get that.
And so like it's kind of like imposter syndrome, if you know what that is.
I don't.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna tell you the definition.
Okay.
You just gotta look it up.
All right. Got a little homework to do after this.
Yeah. But yeah. So it was a little bit of that, and like in order to like take away the nerves, I just tell myself like people are people, you know, like we're all just here to drum. Like I just think of like the big scheme of stuff and how really an audition is not, you know, life or death.
I really never knew we were that opposite of each other. Because like at an audition, if I see a name I know, like even though they're not famous in a sense, they're known in a percussion community, and I'm looking at them like, oh, that's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the one that hit the block for the Blue Coats that one time. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where you're probably just like, he just drums.
Yeah.
He turns his wrist just like all of us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think about that with a lot of Broken City people. And I had actually, like, been talking to a few. Ooh. And now I'm like, people are just people, you know? Like, it helps. Like, I've looked at these people like they're, like, gods because they're so good at drumming. But it's like, they're just regular human beings like we all are.
I think one thing that changed that kind of perspective for me was, I don't know if you've met him, Danny Canning. He usually sits in that chair sometimes. When he made Rhythm X, I'm like, wow, they are just normal guys.
Yeah.
Like, they're just dudes. I've known this guy since he was in 8th grade, and now he's considered one of the better at this activity. So they are just people at the end of the day. But at that point, I was already kind of old. I'm like, oh, if only I had that mindset. Like, years ago. People are just people. No, I get that. I never knew that about you. We're learning stuff here together, people.
I'm learning every day, too.
What were your thoughts of each of the shows we performed together? Like, running top to bottom, like, how do you think it went? What were some of the highlights, the lowlights, like, story or two? Like, because we all have our grievances with seasons, no matter how great or poorly a season will turn out. Nothing's ever perfect. Like, I did pretty well last summer, or 2 summers ago. I still have issues with it. There's still things I wish I could have changed. So, like, from top to bottom, 17 to 19, how were those seasons for you? How'd you do?
Okay, so my opinions on the shows.
Sure.
Like the design.
Okay. You take it.
Oh, shit.
You're just going for it at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2017 show was fucking hard to march.
Yes.
That shit, I feel like I was panting the entire time. I was running from one end to the other and back.
Like, hey, Quads, here's your quad break where no one's playing. You're going to go from literally one side of the tarp to the other.
Yes. Yeah. Even during a quad break.
Yeah, like why can't we stand still during this?
Yeah. Yeah, there was just a lot of running and even extra, like, body movement.
Yes.
Too, whereas, like, swaying the entire fucking, like, 45-pound drums. Like, I can't do this in fucking 2 counts. Like, what?
Quads, you're slow. No, you just wrote the show wrong.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, other than that, I would say it was actually pretty interesting. Like, I remember you were talking about in your earlier podcast about how you think it's cool how some people can't talk about it because of their religion.
Yes, I've encountered a couple people that were like, oh, I would have marched that show, but my faith wouldn't let me. And I was looking at the guy. You know it's banned, right? you know it's just us, like drums in a gym, right?
Right. Oh my gosh.
Because none of us knew what the show was going to auditions. But when we all found out, we were like, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I thought that was so interesting. Like, I haven't encountered that, but when I heard that, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, the show definitely made a statement in WGI. Like, while we might have not done competitively well, people were aware of what we were doing.
Right,
because, like, what other ensemble is going out with horns on their head?
Yeah.
No shirt or anything, the fishnets.
Yeah.
So, like, we were making splashes, but the judges didn't think we executed it that well, which I would have to agree.
Yes, I also agree. That was a crazy year.
Yes.
Being a member, I didn't have any expectations, so I didn't know what WGI was like. And that was because that was my first year. Sorry, I should say that. Like, it was just a hot mess.
Yes. Yes, it was.
A hot mess.
They tried throwing so much into that show.
Yeah.
There was no room to just, like, take things in. Something was always happening, which is not always a good thing.
Yeah.
But for 4 new quad drummers, we didn't sound bad. I wouldn't say we sounded great.
Did we though?
I wouldn't say like, oh man, that was the best line I marched in. But for like 4 new people that never knew each other prior, we sounded pretty okay.
Okay. I'll take your word. I don't really remember.
Oh, I watched videos and like, okay, let's see how we did.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the best to go back on videos and realize, oh, I kind of sucked.
I would cringe the entire time. That's why I haven't.
I usually time the camera.
Cool.
Yeah, because for some reason it just stops recording after 20-some minutes.
Really?
So I just have to make sure it keeps recording.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 17 was a fun year. I feel like we were all thrown into the ringer together, all getting beat to hell from Don days. That's what really brought people together. It's like, okay, if we can all get through this together, we can all at least drum somewhat together.
Right, yeah. I agree.
It was fun, though.
It was fun.
Stressful.
I feel like for everyone, there was a lot going on, but for me, like, not much, because I was so involved with someone else, you know what I'm talking about? Who will not be named.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I was so involved with that whole thing that I didn't even get to know other people, you know what I mean?
Well, I tell people, whoever asks, I guess, we didn't really start talking until like late 2018, and I wouldn't say we weren't close until our last season together, and then we were just like, all right, we're really good friends now.
Yes.
Which is a shame, because it turns out we're really cool.
Yeah, we can hang.
Yeah.
We have the vibes.
But I think that's mostly my fault, because I tried making it too, not professional of environment, but like, I'm leadership. I want to like have an appearance with you guys.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But it's like, these guys are cool. I want to hang out with these guys.
Yeah. I get it, because like you are kind of responsible in a way. Like you're the face that they're gonna turn to if we're fucking up. You know what I'm talking about? So.
And boy, did I have some things to say if we were fucking up.
yeah. But they were all like, useful. Like, it was all necessary. It wasn't like you were just yelling at us just to say.
That's one thing I loved about you guys. Because I've tried taking that to other places, whether I'm teaching or marching with other people. And man, some people can't handle criticism. Really? Whenever I would talk to like people from Pioneer Indoor, like you guys, especially you wouldn't be like, well, he's attacking me personally. I'm upset with Eddie now. It'd be like, yeah, I was probably slow, counts 3 and 4, and that's why this is happening.
Right.
He's just telling me, but he also happens to be stern about it.
Right, yeah.
It's not like, God, I freaking hate Vanessa today. I want to see how much I can pick on her.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, you were always super receptive to comments. It was amazing. I think one of my favorite memories from that season was, which you weren't able to go, the bowling.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because then we started the Pioneer Indoor Bowling League. Because we went to next year.
Really? Really?
You were there next year in 18? You were definitely there.
Was it like...
You were there in body, at least.
Who...
It was us and the snare drummers.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yes. And we took that picture with Leah and Cameron.
Yes.
Shout out.
Shout out Leah and Cameron. I'm trying to get Leah on here, Cameron.
Nice.
I don't even know what he's doing anymore.
Yeah?
I think he, like, is majoring in drum set or something.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think something with jazz.
He's kind of killer at it.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
I see those Instagram videos.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good. And he has a beard, did you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I've only known him, like, short hair, nothing.
Right,
yeah, he looks like an
right.
adult now.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Mm-hmm. He grown.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bowling. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Those are some of the... Because I feel like the best memories are made outside of rehearsal.
Yes.
No one's like, man, I loved having a bad day during that block.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's what you can do outside of the rehearsal
right.
environment.
Yeah. I feel like one reason why I never completely vibed with you is because we never had that special bonding, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we stood next to each other for 3 years, but we didn't, like, hang outside of band.
Yeah, like, whenever we saw each other, it was just, all right, I'm here for rehearsal. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for another rehearsal.
Right.
See you next week. Mm-hmm. We never made an attempt, like, even text or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at us now.
I know. We're dope.
Someone's trying to FaceTime me. Sorry, fam.
Answer. He wants to be in the podcast, no?
Exclusive.
Oh,
yeah, it is exclusive one-on-one podcast.
He's calling back.
What the heck? I gotta text him. You're interrupting SpaceShow. You're interrupting...
I'll just give him a shout out. What's his name?
SpaceShow. Zyra.
Shout out Zyra.
Yeah, she was Team Hands for Legends in 19. One of the first female drum majors for Madison Scouts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
Zyra.
Zyra. It's a weird name.
I think it's cute.
So anything else from 17? We didn't do super well competitively, but that was like your first season, so I guess you didn't know the taste of success in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, well, back then they valued success a lot. I feel like they as in the environment that we were in, but
I mean, they were coming off of 2 silvers and a finalist placement, so there's a lot of stress on us.
Yeah. But like now, I don't really value it because I see it as more like an art form rather than like
for sure
scores and you know, all that. But yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about.
I was asking you, like, how did you feel about the end of the season? Like, was there any harsh feelings? Like, we only had that one performance. Because for me, I agree with you. Scores, never cared about them. Don't care what the judges say. My biggest thing is I want to have those extra performances. I want the extra opportunities to hang out with my friends and drum more.
Right, the experience.
Yeah. It's like, I don't care if I'm placing 1st or 12th. As long as I get that 3rd performance, that's what I want. But we only had one performance. We got eliminated that year.
Yeah.
So.
That was actually the year that I had injured myself for the first time ever. It was on finals week.
Really?
Yeah, we were marching outdoor on a tarp. And like on the lot.
Oh yeah, in that like weird parking lot with the strip mall.
I don't remember which parking lot.
Okay.
I've been to a lot, but it was like kind of windy and the tarp was slippery, kind of. And I had bent my ankle. I twisted my ankle. Oh my gosh, it hurt.
Did you tell me about that?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I'm probably over here. Why is Vanessa limping now? She looks horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I sat out for a couple reps too. Like,
I don't think I remember that.
I had a whole ice pack. Kelly got me actually an ice pack. Shout out Kelly.
Shout out Kelly.
What's her last name?
Dietrich.
Dietrich.
Yeah, the Dietrichs.
Kelly Dietrich.
Because then
the
the husband's Kermit the Frog voice. Quads.
No.
Got it. Yeah.
And I just.
Yeah. Next rep. Thanks, quads. Yeah, of course.
Yes. Oh my god, I remember that.
The gym's so boomy. Yeah. Only dogs hear his voice. I'm like, I'm just gonna do the same rep, man.
Yeah. He's like, better quads.
Yeah, much better. I'm like, okay, word.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, lovely people. Anyway, what were we talking about?
You want to move on to 2018?
Oh sure, yeah.
The Boxy Box show.
2018. It was called My Life in Boxes. I had no like expectations. Like I said before, I liked how creative it was, and I liked how original the idea was. The way that they portrayed it, I feel, was very like What is the opposite of abstract?
Instract. I don't know.
Yes, that. Instract.
Abstract.
And so, yeah. I mean, I just, went with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but, oh my gosh. They're going to hate me. Whoever, like, if, the staff or a member, whoever listens to this, oh, they're going to hate me. I tried to avoid wearing those hats for so long. I know we were going to our prelims performance. I left my hat on the bus on purpose because I was like, no, I'm not wearing that fucking hat. I hated it. Oh my gosh. But, we rocked it anyway.
I don't know if I ever talked. Did I mention that on the WGI Space Show episode?
I don't remember.
So,
the hat?
Yeah, we were supposed to be movers, and our staff thought they need hats like the movers did back in the day, which I don't know about you. I've never once thought of a mover and thought of a hat. Like, the uniform, I get. It made sense enough. So the staff went to Party City, bought a bunch of police hats, and just took the badge off the front and gave them to us. And we all, we didn't like it. It ruins your performance. It doesn't look good. None of us looked good in the hats. And they were bad hats. So, yeah, like Vanessa and some other members just hid their stuff or threw it out and said, yeah, we lost them.
Yeah.
So we performed prelims without hats. And our staff went to Party City, bought more hats, and said, all right, we're wearing them for semis. And then we didn't make finals. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But they were bad. Everyone was saying how bad they were, to where the staff had to say, no more talking about the hats. We're not getting rid of them.
Did they really say that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
they talked to
God.
leadership like, we cannot complain about the hats anymore. Well, they suck. We cannot complain. Like,
oh no.
Mm-hmm. It's like, that's not my fault that they look bad. Yeah.
Yeah, like...
Because I think the uniform, I don't know if people can see it, but up there, I think the uniform looks pretty good without the hat.
Right, yeah, I agree. Wow, you do look like a mover.
Right? That looks like a mover to me.
Yeah.
Like a moving team.
Yeah.
I think the face ghost thing was a little kind of a stretch.
Yeah.
In the concept art, it looked very much like more drapey. And I thought that looked good, but implemented didn't look great.
Yeah.
They wanted us to throw these things over our face that had not eye holes cut into them, so we had to make our own.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be we were ghosts moving the person to heaven. It did not read at all. And we were all just kind of trying to look through the holes that they cut, so it just looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
But no, that was a mean quad line.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That is my favorite quad line I think I marched in.
Yep.
From WGI to DCI.
Oh, really?
Nexus 15 is where I learned the most since I was so young around great players. I think that year is where I grew the most, learning to work with others and getting one sound into be one sound. That's where I learned what cleanliness sounded like. Because me and you had already been drumming for a whole winter together.
Yeah.
We threw the married guy in who was so into it.
Yes.
And we were just money.
Oh my gosh. He is such a great guy, and he works so hard. He worked hard for that shit.
I love him.
Yeah,
I will always talk
I
about
love
how
him
he
too.
would clear out chairs in his college band room to practice.
Yeah.
And he'd set the band room all the way back up again.
Yeah.
What a great guy.
Yeah. I see his real estate posts on Facebook, and I'm like, don't make me move to Michigan.
I will buy a house just to support you.
Yes. Oh my God. So shout out if you're looking for a real estate in Michigan.
Jacob Sheets. I don't know what realtor he's under, but that's his name.
Yep, he's the guy.
Isn't he in Wisconsin? I think it's Wisconsin. It's somewhere up north.
Damn it.
Shit, we're sending people to the wrong place now.
In Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Yeah, that was a good year. Did you feel any sort of pressure going to auditions, being a vet?
In 18, we had Nick and Dom, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no. I mean, there was always that little sum, you know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, it's still an audition.
Yeah. Right.
I'm just saying, do you feel any extra pressure was added because you were a vet at all? Or did you feel I already showed up once last year and threw down, it's just the same thing, copy and paste. Just got to kill it at auditions.
I would agree with copy and paste, but I had to make sure that, like you said earlier, I was growing, between seasons, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like if I did not grow at all, then I would fear getting cut. So yeah.
Word. What else happened that year? Did anything dumb happen that year? That's where we had to Uber to prelims.
Really?
You don't remember the bus broke down?
That was 18. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Where we wake up in the morning, balls o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
The bus just isn't turning over, so the director, all right, everyone Uber, like get group Ubers, I'll pay you all back.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm like, this is really happening. Thank you, Pioneer Outdoor Bus.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No, that was fun.
I think that whole thing is over though.
Yeah. We were
that Pio bus, you know,
Pioneer Outdoor was it was a hot mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we killed it. Our techs would trust us to run sectionals alone. So then we'd change the parts and make it harder, and they'd show right back up and be like, what happened?
Yes.
This was clean yesterday. Like, oh, we made it harder. Why?
Yeah.
Well, it's January and it's clean.
Yeah. I remember Nick would get kind of like iffy about that.
Well, because our parts, we didn't write great parts. It was just harder for harder's sake. It didn't fit at all in the show. So I get where he was coming from.
Right.
But like, we were too good to throw away that kind of talent for a season.
Yeah.
Because like one of the rounds is just 1 1 1 2 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4. Like you're really gonna give us that kind of like arrangement?
Yeah. Like, at least get it some flavor.
Yeah. It was just all da 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 da.
Yeah.
All right, I guess this is clean day one, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. 18. I think that was good. 19. Oh.
19 was...
19 was like, all right, yeah,
I'm glad. Yeah, let's just take a year off, reevaluate some things.
Yeah.
Like, we had a great time.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I made sure that season, the people around me were going to have a great time and learn, no matter what's going on in, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think I achieved some of that.
Yes, I would agree with you. I would say that you did, at least with me.
Like, we were probably having too good of a time at some points.
Yeah.
Where we were just slacking, but then, like, we put on the drums and we're killing it. So, like, can't get mad at us.
Yeah. That was a fun year.
That was an interesting year.
Yeah, to say the least.
Me, you, and John. How old was he? He was the youngest, right?
I think so. I think so. I don't know how old he was, though.
I think he was... Were you in college at that point?
Yes.
Okay, so he was still in high school. Imagine walking into that. Being John, two-year vets, just like, uh-oh. These guys are on their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we became
close.
Close.
He's so smart.
He really was.
Oh, wow. He was so smart.
Because like,
shout out, John.
There was one sectional night where we were doing some sort of mathy sort of stuff where it's like, all right, yeah, well, if you take this number and like kind of divide it and like it's going to fit into this tempo this way. And I'm sitting there, jaw on the floor. Like, I haven't thought about math in years. Meanwhile, he's like, oh, yeah, no, you just explain it like this. I'm like, all right, John, I guess you're the instructor today.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah. No, that was... Yeah. He would be teaching me around. Like, damn.
Yeah, he had a very quick mind.
Yeah.
Once he was told something, he never needed it repeated.
Yeah.
Which was wild. I'm like, can I get that 3 more times?
Dude, yeah.
Just like I'm a 5-year-old, please.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, that year was... I was definitely vouching for you guys, and every time we got a compliment, I always made sure that the rest of the sections heard. Yeah, Quads, that was good. What? That was good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard him that first time.
Yeah. Oh, I remember you doing that on purpose, especially to the box.
Like, oh, sorry. What was that? Quads, that was a really good rep, I said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to hear it twice.
Yeah. I remember there were 2 people that you got the second time. One of them was Kyle Jennings.
Yes.
Shout out Kyle Jennings. He's a cool guy.
Great guy. Kyle the Jennings.
Yeah. The second time that when he caught you, he was like, oh, you heard me, Eddie. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he's like, I know you heard me, like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's a good meme, though.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Wait, you're
He was just like a walking meme. Like, he just had him packing with memes.
It's insane. Me and Mickey went to the brewery with him, and he brought his, like, newish born son. And the kid starts crying. He just looks at it. Shut up.
Oh
I start dying. His wife's like, why would you say that? Well, he's not going to remember. I'm like, oh, my God. I mean, he's not.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I hope they're doing all right. Great people. So, yeah, and then the second person was Adam.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember that was in the gym. He was walking out, and you were like, oh, what was that? And he gave you that, like, dirty-ass look. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Hey, anything to make other people feel bad. And, like, we would get caught in snare sectionals all the time that year to where, all right, guys, just take off your drums. We're hanging out for 20 minutes. Hey, let's go find some like, brooms and clean the tarp. Quads, what are you doing? Well, we're not rehearsing, so we wanted to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were not happy about how outgoing we were.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You're talking about in 18 still, right?
In 19.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because 18, I would say we tried more that season compared to 19. In 19, there was effort, but, like, we knew we were kind of good. Mm-hmm. So it was like, well, if we're not being worked with, we're just going to hang out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of times we weren't being worked with. Mm-hmm. He'd be like, all right, guys, reset one more time for the snare. He's like, well, this isn't for us. Guys, just take your drums off. Well, I get tired to then have poor reps later on.
Right, yeah. And I feel like part of that was my fault, too, because I had gotten used to 18, where we took so many breaks because, you know, we were playing well. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I just gotten used to, like, oh, let's take a break because we have a break. You know what I mean? Yeah. As opposed to running other things. So.
No, I get that. Yeah. Well, I mean, we were coming off a good quad line. We just had to get one guy into the sound, which it took him a little bit, but he's young, so you can't really ask more of it. We went from an age-out rookie to, what, a 17-year-old rookie? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, yeah, no, we had a good time that year. Yeah. And that's when we started. That's when we decided to be friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, this guy's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, he's okay.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I gotta reset the camera quick again. Good.
Do you have a time limit on these Spotify's? I really don't know.
No, not really. Just whenever we feel like we're... No, you're good.
The session...
Whenever we just kind of feel like ending.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Wow, there's no limit?
No.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think our longest is probably like hour 20.
Oh, wow. I've never actually talked this long consecutively.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
Our first few podcasts is really weird. I go back and listen. I'm like, oh, we sound horrible.
Really?
Everyone's super tired. Because we went from like 10 at night till 4 in the morning for the first like 3 podcasts.
What?
So we're all just super tired, barely talking. But we have a rhythm now.
Yeah. That's cool. I was going to say, you're a good podcaster.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to keep this low-key from people that I go to school with and work with.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Because I feel like they don't care about band.
Oh.
Because some of them are like, oh, you play drums? What's that thing you work for? Like, oh, I work for the Bulls. What kind of Bulls?
Yeah.
The Chicago Bulls, like the NBA. Oh, I didn't know you could work for them. Is that like through a school or something?
Oh my god.
No, I get paid to just drum for the Bulls.
Yeah.
I have a study group at school, and one of them just found out I work for the Stampede. In the middle of a group chat, no one's talking. Oh my god, you work for the Stampede? I'm like, oh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I do.
Wow. Is it like an embarrassing feeling?
Well, it's just not something I bring up because a lot of people aren't into the marching band or marching arts.
Right.
So it's hard to explain. Yeah, no, I didn't stop paying to do band until I was 21 because that's when they said I couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
And now I just do it with the Chicago Bulls.
Nice.
So.
That's dope.
Yeah.
They're cool peoples.
They're all right. Yeah, you took my spot once.
I did.
Yeah, you took my money. We have to have a conversation.
Money too. It was good money. I'm just kidding. But no, it was a cool gig. Like, I got a lot of free stuff, actually. They were telling me, like, yo, you got a good gig, Vanessa. I'm like,
yeah,
really?
I saw those crew necks. I'm like, damn, that looks comfy, because they don't cheap out on anything.
Oh, yeah. And it came with a flannel, too, straight from
really?
Target.
Yeah, because after the All-Star game, that's when I started working and doing school more. And I just kind of told them, I have no time to do this game. I can't go to any of the practices. I can show up to the game, but I can't perform in the performance. I can do the post-game stuff if you want. Don't worry about it. We'll find someone. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I see you there. I'm like, all right, cool. He's got to be my other half of drumming.
Oh, yeah. No, it was a good time. It was really cool. The show concept was so dope.
Wasn't it Black History Month? It's like almost a year ago, right?
Oh, my God, yes. It's coming up. Oh, man. It was spreading Black awareness. And they had like a whole medley. I forgot what all the songs were. But it was
I know there's like some sort of Michael Jackson. Because I went to like 1 or 2 rehearsals for that show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there was one at RHS and then one at the United Center that I went to. And that's when I figured out, oh, I can't show up to any more rehearsals. And we only had like the bass drumming part done, really. And we wrote the quad break. We never staged anything. So I'm like, I can't even attempt to learn the rest of this at home.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. That quad break was hard.
Yeah, those splits were dumb. When we were writing it, I'm like, this is not going to happen.
Yes.
But you guys did it. But they didn't film you.
Yeah.
I was watching and I'm like, I hear a cool quad break, but I don't see one.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was cool though because the dancers, they were getting it.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting it right there with them. Trying so hard not to dance.
I forgot who said it, but it was worded really well that the Stampede is the least qualified group of entertainers in the Bulls entertainment team. It was one of us. Because when you look at like the probably, I don't remember who, but like you look at the Lovables, the Flippers, they're all so qualified to be there. We're all just a bunch of guys that like grew up doing high school band.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, this would be cool. Yeah. We meet like once a month.
Mm-hmm.
They meet like 3 times a week. Because that's their like job. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're like, we're like the least qualified people here. Like, we're considered some of the best in Illinois, but we're still really underqualified.
Oh. I mean, I know nothing about basketball, and I think you guys are entertaining.
Same. I'd like to think we have one of the better basketball drum lines. Because if you look at the different ones, they just don't hold a match to us. We just kind of like, we're pretty decent at what we do. But compared to, I would say, football drum lines, we're mid-range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's hard to find guys that want to keep drumming at a higher level and not just play like stand tunes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a fun gig. I would recommend it if anyone hopefully quits soon. I'm working on getting Danny in there because we had a snare drummer have to drop. DeAndre.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, he moved to Texas. I'm like, oh, there's a snare spot.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Is he going to go do it?
I immediately threw his name out to Adam. Adam said, we're not hiring right now because of, no one's performing. Right. But, like, he'll keep the name in his back pocket for when things start to happen. Mm-hmm. So, hopefully we get another snare drummer.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
If Danny wants it, hopefully he gets it.
Yeah. He plays snare drum at school.
Yeah.
So, he's okay at what he does, I guess. He's won a medal or two.
Yeah. Shout out, Danny.
Shout out. Nah, I hate that guy. No more shout. Nah, I'm cutting that.
Do you edit these podcasts for real?
I used to. So just like stuff we weren't comfortable with, or like just some names that we didn't want to throw out because we didn't know how they would feel. Like I would edit stuff out or awkward pauses. Okay. But now that it's video, I just felt it was super. It felt very ingenuine the way I was editing it. To just be like conversation cut into a different conversation. Yeah. So like if I do edit, I'll just throw a bleep out. Maybe just like take some time to like compress audio. Yeah. Like I don't edit it too much. Mm-hmm. This is very much probably how it's gonna go up. Because it just makes it more authentic. Like, it's just a conversation. I'm not trying to, like, make someone believe in something. It's just listen to me, hang out with some friends, and tell some stories.
Yeah. Did we or were we done with 2019?
What do you have to say about 2019?
I mean, we had fun.
We did. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was very tired during that show because I feel like I was just throwing myself out there to, like, run around. Because I wanted to do dumb things.
Oh my god, yes.
Like when I went up to the front ensemble to hit the bell note, I was winded. Yeah. Or when I tried sliding through Mickey's feet.
Oh,
tired.
Yeah. There was so much movement. Mm-hmm. So much movement. Like, it was like an endurance-based show.
Yeah, like Lucifer was different in the sense where it's all timed. It's all the same thing every show.
You're going 100 the entire time, marching and playing.
Whereas I feel like Recess was... We were always at 100, but there was times we had to be at 120, and like we kind of change it up depending like we're playing, but we're doing different things, and it was much more acrobatic in a sense. Yes, a lot more jumps without drums and things, which made me more tired.
Right. Yeah.
I can march all day.
Right. Yeah.
But taking off my drums, doing a flip or whatever, it's like I'm tired.
Right. Yeah. Fucking sliding on your stomach, like, oh my gosh. Yeah. No, it requires, like, a different kind of demand from your physical. And so, yeah, I agree with you. It was tough. Mm-hmm. But...
And then that's when we got Corey out to teach. And I feel like that was the hardest quad book we played. Because remember, we started changing up all the arounds. I feel like that was a very demanding book. Like, skillfully, if that makes sense.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No, I get you now. Skillfully, yeah.
Because I feel like it was very just basic rhythms, 16th notes, triplets. Nothing really stood out rhythmically in the show. Mm-hmm. But, like, we were playing some nonsense on those drums. It was goofy what we were playing for the level we were at.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Now I remember, yeah. It's because, like, those beats were very rare. Like, we barely played. But what we did play was hard. Like, yeah.
Like, there was one night for the entire Friday night, we just rewrote the closer. It's like, all right, guys, we have new music. It's like, all right, we're going to change all of this.
Yes.
None of this is going to be the same as what's on this paper.
Yeah.
And it was dope. I really liked that ending quad break. And then we gave John a solo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bigga.
Yeah.
I saw the terror in his eyes, and I'm like, you have to bring this in. Well, why can't you? Dude, I'm in the front. That's not how you bring people in.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, yeah.
And to get him to come out of his bubble to perform, it was like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
Like, please just look up.
Yeah. Just at least show us your face.
But I will say the next year, he killed it with performance.
Yes, he did.
I'm seeing pictures. I'm like,
goodness.
This guy looks good.
Yeah. Didn't he like send us a picture of himself one time?
And it's like him with the other quads. I'm like, all right, I see you, John. I see you.
Like, we're proud of you.
No, it was really cool. It was very different to be an alumni of that organization because I thought I was going to age out there. I really had that plan, but then life just didn't go so that way. And then to go to shows as an alumni, it's like, wow, I'm kind of proud of like the work that's been put in so they can be at a certain level and like the expectations to grow from where we last left off.
Right,
so they have a lot of work to do to like keep that standard. It was really cool to like witness that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or feel the same thing.
No, yes,
because
definitely.
like typically we would have gone back and done another season, but you and I were like,
yeah,
I'm tired. Drums are heavy. I want to focus on me for a season.
Yeah, for sure. And like taking that time off too, it's made me question like, do I want to go back? You know,
for sure.
Like I'm 100% always going to be interested in the activity, but as far as like being a member, being a participant, I don't know if I can go to that extent like I could before, you know what I mean? But I don't know, we'll see. I'm always gonna like play quads just because I feel like that's a cool skill set just to have.
Yeah,
you know?
You never meet quad drummers in the wild. No one's like, I did marching band, I played drums, I played the 6 drums at the one time.
Yeah, I feel like it's a cool like instrument to play, so yeah, I'm gonna stick to it. But in terms of like participating in WGI, I don't think that I would go back and do it.
I mean, I don't think WGI is going to happen to the same capacity for like another 2 years maybe. I imagine it going, I think 2023 will be the next normal year like we saw in 2019. So like our last year, how the capacity is, it was a normal season. I think that'll happen in 2023. But until then, it's probably just going to be online stuff, small circuit shows, and like not big things, not like a normal season.
Right. Yeah.
So like it'd be hard for you or I to get that opportunity to march again, because technically I can get the bonus year age out.
Really? Can you?
Well, kind of. They said I would have had to been marching to get that bonus year, which I wasn't with an ensemble, but I don't think they're going to be super harsh on that rule.
Right.
But I think I'm kind of past performing and not getting money for it.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I would go back to it. I forgot what I was saying though.
Well, I have one question for you that I've been burning to ask.
Wait, for real?
I thought it'd been like, that's a really good question. Good job.
Yay! Good job.
So, not many people get to experience me as leadership, especially getting to stand right next to me, right? You're part of a We Solemn Few or whatever. What were your first impressions of me to like the last season? Because I haven't been the same leadership for one person for 3 years. Besides you. So, like, what were your first thoughts? Like, 2017, we're all rookies. I'm just some Joe Blow coming off of an okay drum corps season where we didn't do well. And then to 2019, where you and I are good friends. Like, what were your thoughts?
So, part of it was because I think I do take constructive criticism really well. And, like, I think comments are necessary, and I don't take stuff personally. I feel like that helps because I'm that kind of person that you apply that necessarily, and I don't know, it consistently between all 3 years you did that and you did it well. I feel like though that leadership was a part of your personality, At least that was my impression. And I think that's kind of why we didn't really vibe till like year 2, 3. Because I've always just seen you as like, oh, okay, so like he is my like leader. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm only gonna see him in like a marching setting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's kind of like your manager.
Okay, I get that.
You don't see your manager outside of work. You know what I mean?
You're not like, let me see if my manager wants to hang tonight.
Right, yeah. And so it was kind of like that, where you just have like a higher figure of, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why we haven't vibed in a while, and I don't know, I would say that also kind of like made me not know you as a person or get to know you as a person. And once I like noticed like, oh, okay, like I can tell when you're being a leader, when you're being like a genuine person, genuine friend, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell, like, it took me a while, but now I can tell, like, and then that's what kind of got me to like getting to know you more and getting closer with you. And I've always seen you as like, oh, this person's gonna listen to me and be more responsible for like me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like the image of like authority just kind of like diminished. It just kind of like disappeared.
And that's
like,
when you said, man, screw Eddie, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want.
No. Oh my god. Like, fuck this guy.
You said fuck 12.
Yeah. You tell me like one comment, I'm like, bitch.
Yeah? Well, your feet are slow.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. But overall, you were like cool. I mean, like, you didn't give me bad vibes, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna put that on a resume. Overall cool, no bad vibes.
Yeah, yes. Oh my god, yes, you should. Yeah.
Because I feel like that was one thing I definitely struggled with marching, is being a leader but not being a staff member, if that makes sense. Like, I saw myself to have, in a sense, too much power, where it was like, staff's definitely going to always agree with me because I'm always right. So I'm going to say whatever's on my mind all the time. And then as I got older, I'm like, well, most of my comments should probably only apply to the quad drums, except for the time I cussed out the snares.
When was that?
I think that was 19.
Really?
We were just tracking. It was during the winter camp when we were supposed to be learning drill, but we didn't have any music to learn. So we were just tracking. I think we were playing some sort of short, long exercise. It was duplets and triplets, da 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 da, da 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 da, and the snares just couldn't get it. Like, not that they couldn't get it, they understood, but they couldn't play it well. Yeah. So the staff's like, let's just take out the doubles. And there was no music staff, so it was just a Vig Tech. And it was like bass, snare, quads. For whatever reason, that was the order we were marching in. And I just hear behind me, cha 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 cha. And I was just livid. The tech cuts, like, go get some water. I take off my drum and I turn around. If you guys want to play like shit, you guys can just leave. If you guys don't want to care today, that is fine, but don't waste my time. Or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like, I gave it to them.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to one of my best friends at that point, Mickey, and I look at him, and then he looks at his snares like, well, he's right. What do you want me to say to you guys? Do you want me to defend you?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm like, ugh.
Damn.
And then the staff...
Was it that time where you got kicked out? Or almost did?
I almost got kicked out. Because then the staff said, Eddie, you better stop it, or else we're going to kick you out of rehearsal. And it's like, is no one going to teach him? But to be fair, that was not my place to say anything. But I was just very fed up with how the rehearsal was going, how people were sounding, the lack of care to get better, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
There was no sense of urgency that we need to fix the way this sounds, because it's been happening for an hour and a half at that point, and no one's like, maybe I should try something different. They were all too stubborn and wanted to sound the same way every time. And I think, go on.
I feel like it's just a lack of self-awareness, and it comes from like just a lack of being told to be self-aware, you know what I mean?
Because I don't know if you ever noticed, whenever I was like giving you guys instruction, I would never say, we need to do this. Well, very rarely I would say, we need to bring it out, we need to play lower. It was often, Vanessa, you need to do this, and John, you needed to do it this way. Because you can't, if I'm giving you a comment, what if John applies it?
Yeah.
And he didn't need to.
Right.
So, like, that's where I think individualized instruction needs to occur, because then as you're drumming, you're like, okay, how can I change this myself? How can I better fit this sound in pocket?
Right.
Rather than the snare drums, I'm staying like the way I'm staying. But yeah, that was the time I almost got kicked out of rehearsal. There was another time where I left rehearsal because I was very upset with how it was going.
Really?
Yeah, it was in 19. Where it was just such a bad day overall for rehearsal for me, and I think some other people, that, and nothing even big happened that made me leave. I was just called the wrong name in rehearsal. And it was like the third or fourth time. And I just walked out, I'm like, I'm done with this rehearsal. So I walked out, took like 20 minutes, and I came back to rehearsal. And I think I apologized to you guys saying, hey, I'm sorry I left and like walked out. But it was just a bad rehearsal for me.
Really? Do you remember like when? In 19?
I don't remember. It was later in the season for sure.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because me and the staff, not solely me, but the staff and some of us were butting heads about certain topics and like what we need to prioritize for the show. Like, well, we need to get this choreography on. Well, the choreography is not going to matter if we don't know how to get from movement 2 to movement 3. So we need to figure that out. Or it's not going to matter if we can't play the beats because we got them last week and haven't touched them at all this week. And they were like, well, no, we don't agree with you guys. And it's like, okay, fine. Yeah. And then it just was going in circles of running the same thing, not getting better. And then I think that's when I was called the wrong name. Someone's like, Mickey. Shit. And like was pointing at me. And I'm like, I'm not doing this again. Because it was like the third or fourth time that rehearsal. And I was just very frustrated. But
yeah, understandably. Man.
It's not like we were playing at that point either. I think it was the snare break. I'm like, this doesn't even involve me. Why am I here?
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. A lot of band.
Yeah.
It's a lot of band.
Yeah.
I
have questions for you. Are you done with your questions?
Well, I just have one more.
Oh, yeah. What's yours?
What are you going to school for?
Right now?
Sure. Tomorrow. Yesterday.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, what are you majoring in? I don't know what you're majoring in.
I'm majoring in music therapy.
Word, okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh, now I get to talk about it.
Yeah, I've never asked you what your aspirations are in life.
No, yes, I love music therapy. For those of you who don't know what it is basically, in my definition, a musical approach towards healing.
Okay.
But only to a certain extent. Like, it's just a way to connect with people who have, other ways, like detour ways to connect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, it's dope. Like, there's definitely proof in science that, like, music
yes.
affects different parts of the brain. Like, you'll see someone with late Alzheimer's or dementia. You play their favorite song from the 30s, and they just remember, like, oh, yeah, me and Susie Lynn would dance to this song on this day. I remember that. And, like, they're lucid for however long.
Gosh. Yes. No, so, actually, quick little story. I am a caregiver, and my first patient his name was Warren.
Okay. Oh, I get you. I know Mr. HIPAA.
His name was Warren, and we became besties. He was my guy. Like, we were dope together. And I had given him a pen and paper to write a letter to his daughter because he missed them very much. And so I gave it to him, and I sent the letter out. And then he was like, and he has dementia, by the way.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, it reminds me of that song. I'm going to sit down and write myself a letter by Sarah Vaughan. So I looked it up on Spotify, and I started playing it for him, and then we listened to it together. At one point in the middle, though, I paused it just to see if he was still listening or if he was sleeping. And he was listening, so I played it again. But yeah, it was so cool. And I actually had written that in this personal research journal that I started about music therapy. And I had put that example in there, and I want to tell it to the people who are interviewing me for the school that I'm auditioning for this fall.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Look at you.
Yeah.
Aspirations and all.
Thanks, I try. I want to either open my own private practice or a private studio and like combine the two.
Gotcha.
Or if because that's very expensive, then would probably teach in like a hospital or for little kids.
All right, so we're gonna work together at one time.
Yeah.
At some point, we're gonna be work buddies.
Yes, send me your patients.
Gotcha.
And I'll send you mine. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I never knew that about you.
Yeah.
I feel like we've mostly ever talked about drumming or quads.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so, but yeah, that's me. It's kind of hard actually. Like I feel like one, music therapy is just so slept on, and it deserves like so much more because it is like the root of, development. And like I can get into it later, but yeah, it's slept on. It's like not talked about as much, and so I want to be that person to like spread it, and I'm trying to. So yeah, it's hard because, well, for me at least, because I have to play guitar and piano and be able to sing.
Oh.
And all three of those I'm not great at. You know what I'm saying?
Just bring a set of quads.
Oh my gosh. The bass would be like...
Jump, 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 jump. No,
like...
I'm really in time.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, but... What was I saying?
How much you love music therapy.
I do. Yeah, no, it's hard because I have to learn all of those three. And, I mean, I think it's going well. I'm teaching, actually, piano lessons, too.
Nice. Look at you.
I'm teaching them to a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 7-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's some young kids.
Yeah. They're great. They're so fun, and they're so interesting. And actually, it had brought up another like music therapy thing because I won't get it in like too much detail, but the 4-year-old actually has ADHD, and so I'm gonna give her this like, not give her, but I'm gonna buy sorry, rewind. I'm gonna buy this piano mat so she can like dance on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because her fingers aren't developed yet. So yeah, we're gonna dance to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully the parents don't think I'm crazy.
You're just sitting there,
yeah,
dancing in their living room or whatever, wherever you do lessons at.
Yeah, no, yeah, I do it at their house.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna be like, my kid is not playing piano. She's just fucking around. Like, what are you doing? Be like, listen, there's a story.
I promise.
Yeah.
There's a purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing that. Piano lessons, working on my college auditions. Those are coming up in 2 weeks.
Ugh.
Yeah. Caregiving. That's it.
Nice.
I think. In school. School right now. Yeah. How about you? What are you up to? What is your life looking like right now?
Whole lot of school and work.
Really?
I work as a CNA, a nurse's assistant at a hospital, and I'm in my second semester of nursing school. I'll start clinicals in March.
Oh, wow. Are you nervous?
Yes and no. I've heard the first clinical is just what I do as a job. You do that at school. It's pretty minimal work, so it shouldn't be too bad. But there's a lot of assignments and tests that go along with it.
Shit.
So yeah, I've been very busy as of late.
Nice, yeah. Busy good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this more than not having anything to do.
Yeah. For sure. Sorry, no. My mom works in the same building as you.
Really?
Yeah, I told you that.
I'm gonna have to look it up
a while ago. But she actually works in DeVita, but she's renting their company's renting the building.
Okay.
So they're their buildings are attached.
Okay.
But they're different companies, I think.
I'm gonna have to look for her.
Yeah.
I might have met her once or twice.
Yeah.
But I'll just start shouting down the halls.
Yeah. Shout out Dina.
Gotcha. I'll keep saving that right here.
Yeah.
I'll go find her.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, that's really cool. How's nursing going? How are your patients?
A lot less COVID.
Oh.
In November we had, because it's a 300-bed hospital, just about, we had 130 COVID patients, so a third of our hospital.
Shit.
Today, 30. So, it's good. I mean, it's still COVID, but I would walk into work expecting 2 or 3 patients at least of COVID. Now I walk in, it's rare I get one.
Nice. nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. That's good to hear.
Yeah, I got the job at the hospital, worked for a month, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, this is my normal.
Yeah.
I'm just getting thrown into the waters here.
You probably got paid good, though.
No hazard pay.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What the
Yeah, so I was just
messed
making...
you up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You gotta, like, sue them or something.
But as of right now, so far that I've known, never contracted COVID.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. At least I never showed symptoms.
Yeah.
I got some sort of blood test that was supposed to test me for the antibodies. Never got those results.
Oh.
Yeah. But I got both of my vaccines.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm technically covered.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you got both. Shit.
I was
nice.
within like the first 100,000 people to get it. Because they're like, all right, everyone, we're rolling it out. And a bunch of people were on the fence because, sure, it's new. We don't have a whole lot of science behind it. But I'm like, I trust the people that made this. I feel like there has to be more bad than good right now in that little vial.
Yeah.
Sign me up. So, yeah, I was one of the first, some of the first people to get it fully done.
Nice. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
No reactions, no bad reactions, just a sore arm. And here we are. I'm still alive.
Nice. I'm glad. I have yet to get mine.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to.
Yeah, it's kind of a process for people now. Because,
Oh,
like,
for
we're
real?
in the hospital, they just kind of came up to me. Do you want to get it during your lunch break? Yeah, fine. Because it was just for healthcare workers and, like, the employees of the hospital. Now they're trying to get more and more people, and, like, spots are super limited because everyone's trying to get at it. And they're...
Right.
There's like the 1A where it was like essential workers, like healthcare workers, and then 1B is such a broad spectrum of people that it's too many people to try funneling into one category.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So a lot of people are having issues trying to find their spots.
I get that. Yeah.
Well, you said you had some questions.
I do.
I put out a questionnaire, but it turns out the fans of SpaceShow had 0 questions for us today.
Yeah, same.
I'm just looking. I'm trying to see if anyone actually asked a question.
On
No,
my
they did not.
Instagram.
No one asked a question on my Instagram.
It's cool. So, I have heard a definition of dreams being something that you want but you don't want to work for. So, like, for example, my dream would be, like, to run, like, a 2-minute mile, but I don't want to work for it.
Okay.
So, what is your dream?
Using that definition,
Yes.
being able to do something without working for it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sorry, these aren't band related.
Yeah, that's a very deep question.
I came up with it.
I mean, I guess an easy one would just be like being in shape without having to try. Because I was in some good shape before.
Same.
And then I found beer and food, and I'm like, oh, this is way easier than running.
Yeah.
I guess a degree would be nice without having to like really work for it, but I need the education behind it. Yeah, just it'd be nice if I can get just handed things.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'd go with probably just being in shape, being in better shape, in a shape.
What about something like, let's say you have all those things. Like, let's say you are on your top fitness.
Okay.
Then what would it be other than that?
Oh God. I guess I'd have to say like, oh man, this is hard. Just stability in life, I guess, in a sense where
my
like
gosh. No, not
planning.
not realistic.
Not realistic.
Yeah.
Oh God. I guess a superpower. I don't know.
No, not like a superpower. Oh my gosh.
There's rules, but there's not rules. I'm
Yeah.
getting so lost.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know, something that you are interested in, but you don't want to like work towards it. Like, you just think it's super cool, and it'd be cool if you did it,
Oh.
but you don't want to put forth.
I guess something that would never happen because I wouldn't even know how to go about doing it. Being like a really skilled chef, I guess. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
You can catch me at 1 a.m. I'm watching food videos like, oh, that looks good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, like, cooking's kind of interested me, but I don't have the time to learn. I don't have the means to go about it.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll be sitting watching TV, and I'll be with Vivian, and she's like, oh, they're making pasta. I'm like, yeah, so you just get flour, you make a well, you put the egg in, you put some oil. She looks at me, and all of a sudden, all right, now we're going to make our well in the flour, put an egg. have you made pasta before? No, I just know how to make pasta. Why? Why do you know that? Just catch me at 1 a.m. watching food videos.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess being a talented chef.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I feel like that's abstract enough to where, like,
yes. Mm-hmm.
it's weird, but it's also just kind of useful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, I like that. Cool. Okay, so you use Spotify, right?
I do use Spotify.
Your top 3 recently searched.
Is that a thing that I can find out on my Spotify?
Yeah. You just gotta like expose yourself. So go to search.
Search? My top
Your
3
search
random.
bar. Yeah. Right
Okay.
there.
So, to preface this, I might have gotten into RuPaul's Drag Race as of recently.
Really?
Yeah, I've killed season 2 and 3 of All Stars.
Nice. My sister told me it's a really good show.
I didn't like it at first, but when I kept with it, I'm like, all right, this is pretty funny.
Nice.
So I have 2 RuPaul songs, and then Dr. Dre.
Nice.
Yeah. So
wow.
It's a very broad spectrum of music.
Wow.
Damn, you really put me out here.
Yeah. Okay. The next question or activity is to name one random fact that nobody else knows.
About me?
Mm-hmm.
I can't eat in the dark.
No, you've told me that before.
Have I told you that before?
Yes.
Damn it. That's always my go-to.
Yeah, I know.
Because people are like, that's weird. Why can't you eat in the dark? I don't know. Just eat with some lights on.
Why can't you though?
I think when I was super young, my mom was like, because I have an older brother, and she would mess with me like, no, leave him alone. He's eating. And like, she wanted to make sure I always ate. So like, I sit at a table, lights are on, and like, it was just always a certain condition I was eating in. And you just do that. You just eat and you do it. And the lights were always on. I don't know. Maybe I associated it with lights. Mm-hmm. But like, if I'm hanging out in my room or the basement, I get some food, I'm turning the lights on. I'm eating. Yeah. Just because it's weird for me to eat in the dark. Yeah. I feel like I can choke. Mm-hmm. I can spill something, right. Even though it's not going to happen. But the lights just make me feel better for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. My dad, he can't eat in the dark either, but it's because he's superstitious. Okay. And he's like, you can't eat in the dark because it's bad luck.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
Mine's just out of convenience.
Cool. Yeah, so other than that.
Oh, God. I'm a pretty open book.
I'm trying to go in between the lines.
My graduating class from grade school is 5 people.
I think you've told me that too.
Shit. Oh, man.
I heard that in 2017.
Real? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know. It doesn't help that I talk about my life on here now.
What do you mean? Why?
I talk about everything on here.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, but now I have no secrets.
Oh.
Yeah. I have nothing.
Nothing to yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, man. We'll come back to that one. I'll keep thinking about that.
Cool. Okay, this one is not so deep. What is one thing you've benefited from staying at home?
During the pandemic or ever?
Pandemic?
Definitely like a sense of security. Because there's a lot of people going to bars, especially early on, in the middle, and now. And like people our age, I see my friends on Snapchat, they're all at the bar. And I'm like, well, come on, you're making my job harder when I go to the hospital. But just nice. Yeah. No rent.
Yeah.
Got a family at home. Yeah. It's a nice feeling. There's a sense of security and belonging living at home. Mm-hmm. So
nice.
Yeah.
Cool. How about like within yourself?
Phrase that differently.
How about like?
Like, what do you mean? How about within myself? Like, I don't know what that question means. Is my thing.
So outside of like your physical being, that is your sense of security when it comes to benefiting from the pandemic. But I'm asking about inside. Like
psychologically?
Yes.
Oh. There's definitely been days where it's like, oh my God, I'm bored. I just want to go outside and do something. But at the end of the day, I have to remember, like, we're all fighting this pandemic together. You gotta wear your mask. So, like, I find comfort in that I'd rather be bored than on a ventilator. It's given me more drive to like be more productive with all this free time. That's why I started up this podcast.
Oh, okay.
Because I had so much free time. And I'm like, my friends were over. Let's just try this. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, whatever. It was a fun project while it lasted. So it gave me the sense of, let me do something, be proactive, and add something to some sort of society. Or if people want to just hear us talk, people want a good laugh, people want to learn something. Because one of the big reasons was, when I teach with my good friends, if we have a conversation about not banned, I notice people are always trying to listen in because we're typically just being idiots. We're just being dumb and having funny banter. It's like, we could probably like make something out of this. We could definitely do something with our personalities. And when I'm 87 and have dementia, I want to be able to have something to like listen back to and be like, oh yeah, I did suck back then at drumming. I want to reset the camera.
Cool.
Was that a good answer? Did I get that question right?
Kind of.
All right. Word.
Cool. I was thinking more like, did you discover anything about yourself?
About myself?
Likes or dislikes, good or bad?
Not really. I've just kind of been chilling at home. I mean, I guess I found out I liked RuPaul's Drag Race.
Nice.
I did pick up a sneaker hobby.
Really?
During the pandemic. Yeah, I just started looking at different like Jordans, like, these are kind of nice.
Oh yeah? Are you talking about like the newest kind, like you're trying to keep up to date?
Like I bought some fake Jordan ones.
Really?
From like China. Yeah, they were like $150.
Dude.
But the real ones go for like $1,000. I'm like, I'm not paying for that.
So you got the fake ones?
Yeah.
Dude, I have fake Yeezys. You want them? They're not mine. They're my sister's.
Just give me your sister. Just robbing your sister.
No, she doesn't wear them. She doesn't even want them.
Yeah, I was just like, I like the way they look.
He doesn't want them.
But I can't bring myself to spend that much money on shoes.
Oh, I mean, I would just give you the Yeezys.
No, I mean like the ones that are fake that I bought.
Oh.
Yeah, like I like the way that they look, but I can't spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
And then I bought some other sneakers that were like, they just released, so I bought 2 pairs, one for me to wear since they were cheap, and then another to just put in my closet. And then as they get more price, I'll sell them. So yeah.
Nice.
Started looking at sneakers recently.
Nice. Dude, hell yeah. Are you on like apps and stuff?
I just look at StockX.
Nice.
Because
that's the only one I'm familiar with.
Yeah, like there's the ones where like that's where they drop from, like the sneakers, the Nike apps, where but people are already on it. It's already sold out by the time you even think about trying to buy it. So
I see, yeah.
I don't mind rebuying.
Yeah. I used to be into that. What is it called? Like reselling?
Yeah, reselling and stuff.
Reselling. With Half Evil.
Okay.
Yeah. They're a company based in Chicago, and they're streetwear. And they have these $3.33 t-shirts. $3.33 t-shirts.
Oh.
Yeah, and so they would go out hella quick. And so me and my boy Sergio, he put me on actually. We would actually be like buying the shit in like the JJC library because it would drop at like 3 p.m. So yeah.
Gotcha.
We would be doing that in some months. So I was like a reseller for a while. Like I didn't resell, but I kept.
Yeah.
Like it was products that usually they resell it. You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to get your set of like streetwear, like hype wear in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, I was in it for a while, just for a little bit though. And then the shirts that I found cool, I kept, but like most of them, I just gave to Sergio or resold it to like one of Sergio's friends or something.
Gotcha.
Or traded it, yeah. So,
nice.
Yeah. I was never a reseller. Yeah. Those are my questions.
Is that it?
I think so, yeah.
Well, we have been going for an hour and 20 minutes. This might be the longest episode.
Yay!
So congrats to
my
you.
Gosh. If you cut it like 3 minutes when you edit it.
We'll just cut off at a random point in conversation.
No.
Just
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What else have you been into?
Just in life.
Yeah, like I don't know.
My
what
life.
What are you watching in Netflix right now?
What am I watching? I was just watching The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was it good?
It's very good.
Yeah.
Because
I haven't seen it yet.
I was never a fan of basketball. I'm recently getting into it, but I can always appreciate when someone's great at their art, and just his like mindset and everything, and like will people didn't want to give 100% around me, so I'm going to shoot their ass out. I'm like, okay, I can get behind that. Mm-hmm. So in that sense, I really got behind, like, I love the documentary where it's just telling a story of how he got so many championships, of why he's the name of basketball. Yeah. Another good documentary is Cheer. It's about a cheerleading squad from Texas, from like some sort of community college. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh my God, I can take this all back to when I teach. Because it's just this one coach that's really slamming them down. Really? Yeah, like she's a great instructor, a great educator, but also very compassionate. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. It was very interesting. Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. I told my students to watch it at some point. I doubt they did, because it was a cheerleading. I think 2019. Mid-2019. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, recent. Mm-hmm. What about the other one? What did you mention? Oh, The Last Dance to Michael Jordan. Yeah. That one came out in the summer of 2020. Oh. So very recent, yeah. Oh, wow. Nice, cool. Mm-hmm. Are you on any shows? Like new ones that I'm watching now? Yeah. Not really. No. I'm rewatching a lot of stuff. Nice. I guess Shameless I'm watching. Nice. Because it's the last season. I figure I should probably keep up with it. Mm-hmm. Shit. I gotta watch that. It's pretty good. Yeah. I always love Shameless. Mm-hmm. Lately I've been watching Blacklist. Okay. I'm so sorry, but the acting is so bad. The acting is so bad. But the plot is interesting. Gotcha. And, excuse me. Before, it was like, okay, cool, like, I'm into this, but now I just have it playing in the background. Mm-hmm. I'm not really interested. I mean, that's kind of some of the best shows where you can just have in the background when you want to pay attention, you can. Yeah. But if you need to do something else, it's at least just noise. Yeah. That's me with The Office. Just, all right, I just want something in the background. And if I hear it, I can imagine what's going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah. I think we're going to call it here. Yay! Well, thank you for coming on. Thank you for having me. What are my plugs? Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube. Give it a listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Buy our merch. Period. Oh, your merch. We do. We have some hoodies. Dude, some stickers. What? Mm-hmm. How much? Let me get some. It's all online. I think it's only like... You have a website? It's hosted through some other website. Like, this is what they do. They print for other people. Uh-huh. So... Wow, I need to check that out. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get. And then every guest of SpaceShow gets a sticker. Oh my God, I get a sticker. Yeah, the hollow sticker from the giveaway. Oh my gosh, where should I put this? Wherever you want. So where do you put your stickers? My sticker's right on my laptop. Really? Yeah. Nice. Got a Legends one, a SpaceShow one, and my voting sticker. Nice. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Thank you. No problem. So cool. Do you have anything to plug? Instagram, VD Devera. There you go. Snapchat, I have Facebook. I have, no, I don't have Twitter actually. I do, but yeah. I think that's it actually. I'm just on Instagram. All right, give her a follow. I'll be sure to tag it in the description. Yeah. All right, well, thank you for joining us. Take care. Thanks for listening.